We are at Storm Peak Brewery. I am so excited. So if you didn't know, I play rugby on the Steamboat women's rugby team, and this year for our fundraiser we're actually doing a collaboration with a nonprofit organization in town called Yampa Valley Pride, and they host all of the Pride events in the Yampa Valley. So we're actually doing a collaboration on a beer together where we will release it, and that will be part of the fundraiser. But I thought I'd bring you along today on the collab because I also have to work on a project for Smeeny Beanie Knits. So I'll be knitting and brewing and all that stuff. So let's do it.
But we don't want to crush it too far where the husk is now. It's like...
Grease that back guy. That's a pound down. I have a little bit of downtime right now during our brew, so I brought my knitting so I can make the items that I'm submitting for the Friends of the Yampa art gallery. Look at this color. It's this like really pretty blue with some green, so I thought it would work really well for like a river inspired set. I'm gonna make my Yampa beanie and then also a Yampa cowl, which I don't actually have a pattern for yet, but then I was like, maybe I can just design that pattern during this process. I have 2 cable turns done now, so you can actually start to see how the cables are. But the way the cables look on this pattern, it's kind of like a river. So that's why it's called the Yampa beanie. I made curry last night, so having some leftovers for lunch. So this is the unfermented liquid that we'll send into the fermenters, and then it will become the beer. So I did manage to finish the Yampa beanie, but only made a little bit of progress on the cowl. But it was such an awesome day collaborating, and I'm just so grateful that my business allows me the flexibility to be able to do stuff like this. It was so fun being a part of this with Storm Peak Brewery, Steamboat Women's Rugby, and Yampa Valley Pride. So I didn't quite finish the draft of the Yampa Cowl pattern, but I did get a pretty good first draft going. I think it's a little bit tall, but I don't know. I do like cowls that cover my face in the wintertime, and I guess you can pull it down, but it's nice because it shows off the cable pattern pretty well with the height that it has. And then I did finish the beanie. I kind of had to zoom through the draft of the pattern for the cowl because the art submission for Friends of the Yampa is due today. So I actually have to go run out and get some photos of the beanie and cowl so that I can submit my art submission. And I think I get to hear back if I get accepted or not in a couple of weeks. But if my pieces get accepted, I basically get to hang it for the whole month of June in the art gallery along with all of the other artists that get accepted. But basically we were asked to create a Yampa River inspired work, and I have the Yampa beanie pattern already, so I was like, if I make the set in river colored yarn, it could be really cool. I never submitted anything for art. I don't actually consider myself an artist, I guess, with craft. But I emailed the program director and asked if a knit fiber art submission would be okay. And they said, you know, yes, please submit your pieces. So I'm gonna go grab some photos. Okay, I am submitting my Yampa beanie and cowl to the event. Whew. Okay, I submitted it. I don't know why I feel so nervous. Like, maybe it's like the fraudy feelings or like a little bit of imposter syndrome submitting my knit work to an art show. And I don't even know, I never really thought about it too much until just now, but I guess there is this debate between art and craft and the differences. And I think craft, which is what knitting falls into, has always just been seen as maybe a little less than or less prestigious or like a grandma hobby or something like that, which is, there's nothing wrong with it, and I love grandma hobbies. But yeah, maybe that's what's making me nervous. Like, who am I to submit my fiber art, which is weird even calling it that, to this show? But I don't know, tell me what you think. I don't know if it's ever come up for you, if you're a crafter, if you're an artist. Do you consider yourself an artist? Does calling yourself an artist make you seem snobby or like a little more elite than a crafter? I don't know. Things to think about. Maybe I'll make a future video about it. But at any rate, I will be hearing back about whether I get into the art show or not in a couple of weeks, so I will keep you posted. And I need to now finish up this Yampa Cowl pattern and get it ready as a pattern to release later this season. And yeah, I will keep you all posted in these later vlogs.